Talking biking, since its inception in 1970, something called BMX, actually it means bicycle motocross, it's blossomed from coast to coast. Today there are hundreds of BMX racetracks in the U.S., including one in Sonoma. It opened up June 1st. Here's Paul Gierangelli now with a look at the track and the sport of BMX.
It's a sport with over 120,000 riders, racing on 750 sanctioned tracks across the country. The bikes account for 40% of bicycle sales in America today. Racers range in age from 5 to 35. It's the sport of BMX, short for bicycle motocross, and it's made its way to the North Bay. Kaiser Community Park in Windsor, north of Santa Rosa, is home for the Bay Area's newest BMX racetrack, built through a joint effort between the county and private companies. Judith Bauman is Outreach Director for the Santa Rosa YMCA.
We're very pleased with what's going on so far. We opened in June. We've had 2 races a month in June and July. We'll be continuing that. We've had a good turnout and a growing turnout. People in this area who are new to the sport are glad to have something started here and are just beginning the sport. People who have been doing the sport for a long time and have had to travel long distances are glad to see something more local. And a lot of young people who get very involved in the sport travel all over all of Northern California, and they're glad to see one more track open.
Racers earn points by riding around the track in motos, or heats, that last anywhere from 40 to 60 seconds. During the course, they're confronted with challenging jumps and wide banking turns. Winners are determined through a process of elimination. While it's apparent the track has been a success from a racing standpoint, it's also helped to improve relationships between kids and adults.
I think anything that is a positive program for kids improves the sort of view that adults have of kids. There's a good positive activity that they're involved in, and that certainly provides something that adults can see is in a positive way.
BMX is not only fun, it's also expensive. Helmets, which are required, run around $55. Bikes, on average, cost between $300 and $400. Pants, jerseys, and goggles can all tack on another $100, and that covers just the equipment. However, there's another side to BMX that doesn't require all the expense. More and more riders are catching on to the rising popularity of freestyle.
It used to be considered that a wheelie was pretty fancy for one of these things, but not anymore, because today's BMX freestyle rider has taken the art of trick riding to a whole nother level.
When you're doing tricks on the street, you just kind of like freak out the tourists, and you get a lot of applause and recognition, magazine coverage and stuff. It's nice, a lot of nice people, and I really enjoy it.
I pretty much got started on my own in BMX, and then I like to show off jumping and stuff, and that got me into freestyle. I like seeing how people react to it and like showing off and stuff like that.
Do you get a lot of reactions?
Yeah, riding in Golden Gate Park and anywhere where people are, most of them have never seen anything like it before.
Twisting, turning, bouncing, balancing, even an occasional flip or two. Hours of practice make these stunts look easy, but looks can be so deceiving.
There's balance.
Try hop.
Try a hop.
Okay. A hop?
Yeah, just a jump.
You guys want me to hop?
Yeah. Just do a little jump. There.
No.
Hey, almost. See? See, you got it. You got it. Balance is better than you. I like those both hands.
All right, Van Horn, I'd like to see you try this.
Guess I'm better off leaving it to the pros.
Weekend summer races, by the way, are held twice a month in Sonoma. It's at the Windsor track, and the next one is August 24th. If you want more information, call our hotline number 561-8004. And Van Horn, what do you think? Would you like to try something like that?
It's important to remember that to ride on that track in Sonoma, you got to be a member of the ABA, of which I am not. And I just hope Mr. Gierangelli realizes that we have injury clauses in our contracts, and if we get scars across this much of our face, we ain't going to be on the air, Paul, so just make sure you're aware of that, okay?
Be careful.